can't decide whether pyro slimes taste better with salt and pepper or garlic and herbs. If there's nothing better to do, we could go foraging for ingredients.
Hi, what's this? What? Thank you very much for watching my live stream. Right now I'm doing something. I will. Thank you very much for watching my live stream.
I can't decide whether pyro slimes taste better with salt and pepper or garlic and herbs.
Let's update. थोड़ा अपडेट और कर लेते हैं सैंडलिंग को. क्या रह गया था इसका व्हीकल अपडेट करने के लिए. तुम्हारो वेपन में कुछ रह गया था ना उसका. ये रह गया था अपडेट करना. 2 और चाहिए था बस. ठीक है. लेट्स गो find and fight some monster. मेरे को लग रहा था वो पुराने वाले लॉन्चर वैसे कुछ दिक्कत हो रही है. आपकी पे चल रही है. है कहाँ है ये? रहा।
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Help! My dinner is attacking! Eat this! Nice attack!
Silence!
कहाँ एक और अरे यार पता नहीं कहाँ का टेढ़ी मड़ी सी जगह पे
Bow your head.
Boba, get them!
Settle down.
यहाँ जाके तो लड़ सकते हैं। Thank you very much for watching my live stream. So please like and subscribe.
Bow your head.
चलो यार क्राफ्ट में जल्दी क्राफ्ट बनाएंगे हम आज में कुछ दो ही चाहिए अगर बनाने के चलो क्राफ्ट अपने को बनाना है गोल्डन वाले हड्डी दो की भी जरूरत है तो दो ही बनाएंगे देख मेरे को बिल्कुल कहते हैं तुमने दो गलत बनाया हो गया ओके अब सही है level 5 fragile resin क्या मिल गया
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor. But it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate.
pyro damage bonus. Pyro damage bonus. आर्टिफैक्ट चेक करना पड़ेगा यार. Element mastery, element tag, good. Element mastery, hydro damage bonus. हाँ तो सही pyro damage bonus. इसको दे रखा पर यार. Stand damage bonus. Attack. Filter मार के check करेंगे सारे. अब damn. Pyro. Pyro, ये वाला भी pyro. इसको भी देगा बढ़िया कर. फिर 3 स्टार पे है ना. 5.2. फिर डैमेज हो रहा है इसमें. डैंड्रो. HP. पायरो चाहिए यार. Projected damage. Yo. मुझे नहीं तो बताओ. इलेक्ट्रो डैमेज बोनस की बताओ. ये सब बेकार बेकार है. छोड़ यार. लगाया वो बढ़िया. गैरेज में ले आई है. लेट्स फाइट. मतलब फाइट करेंगे फिर डिफेंड भी करेंगे खुद को ही.
The perfect distance. Going somewhere? The perfect distance to the ferry. Going somewhere? Fall before me! Fall before me! My blade! Fall before you win! The perfect distance! Bury me! Fall before me! Cut down like this. Going somewhere? Feel my blade! The perfect distance! Finally, fall before me! Cut down like this.
चूज कर लिया shit. I lost. Well.
the perfect distance!
You win. This.
Going somewhere? Ferry?
perfect distance!
Fall before me! You win!
Finally,
Fall before me!
the perfect distance!
कैरेक्टर सही से नहीं रखे मुझे लग रहा है। यहाँ तो कभी हम आए नहीं हैं। हेलो चल ठीक है हाँ कहाँ से वेट कर रहे हैं हाँ ठीक है पहुँच जा कॉल मत करियो सुनो
I hope the weather's
Melusines
nice
are
like this
beautiful
tomorrow as
creatures.
well.
They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Welcome to Palais Mermoni.
This is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Your father... he was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right? How did he...
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand. My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender. 3 years later, how could he protect his honor if he's dead? If the closest piece of info I have is that my father had been
So that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid and now, here I am investigating.
Demoiselle.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. Master Callus did so much. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident.
Wait! If Callus was such a good man, what...
No. Perhaps people just revel in that. People love watching the evil.
But how could... never mind.
There is one...
Oh! Her? Yeah. That's not the...
Miss Clorand has always played. She knew Master Callus before. There was...
Don't worry, now.
Afterward, Miss Clorand told us, yes, that is our under...
Oh, all right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Thanks.
Yeah!
Please, relax and get some sleep.
Let the mighty be humble!
Huh? Navia?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where...
Paimon gets the feeling that... but...
No, I just returned after going out for a while.
Wait.
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been... I suspect that the...
Does that...
No. And that is the archives kept by Chief... If the Ocean that you met...
So Nervalette maintains an archive of... In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we? Aren't you...
No, it's nothing. The palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care.
See? They've got great
Yep. Paimon can...
If you're here just to crack jokes...
No. What I meant...
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the...
We're here today to...
Huh. Is that it?
Of course.
All right, then, I'll let you through. The Chief...
Thank...
Please come in.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalette. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right.
So
We're looking for a...
Ah, I see.
who knew that Nervalette would be so easy to talk to?
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved. There are no records of him either in the file.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so?
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how your father, Callus...
And what? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should. It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life? Everything was hanging up. There are still so... If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eye.
I'm sorry.
You and my... It's not so much... Oh, well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Navia.
I'm fine.
You're right.
Now that I think of it, on the day my
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered. That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait,
So you're saying that the... Yeah! And if...
I really think... All right, let's...
Yeah! We're gonna make
Do you want to go with me now? Oh. Great, let's...
Whoa! What a huge ship!
There's no need to be... My father was the one who... A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you... Paimon was confused. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself...
Well, pues some... Maloose, we're back!
Apologies for the wait. You said before that you still had...
You still remember, right?
Yes, the case was quite similar.
Could you tell us a...
Yeah, of course. Many years at a glance.
Wait!
Yes, he did. If you drink Synth, and if you were to stop as he oversaw...
Bosses uncompromised. Not only that,
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. Recognizing that, the man's name was Jacques that night, but then... Sounds just like Lenny's case. Looking back on it, though... Precisely. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person. You're right.
Jacques was an empath. I think this. On that note, however, our opponent, even though there is no need...
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest person to him? What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still... Did he think I've never accepted that. I want to find...
Navia.
This is indeed...
So you do know something else, Maloose.
Yes, I do. But what drove all the...
What?
And the serial disappearance. 5 years was nowhere knowing all of this. But as long as you remain safe, if something were to happen...
Right. So nobody would be able...
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared...
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard. Especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful...
So he chose to do...
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me, I'm sure he'd...
No. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where Yeah. I suppose that's true. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. Huh. Malus, what was the key?
It's the location when he was threatening the... But if you are...
Why? If we know where
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against... There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. But a single visit to their headquarters, the worst case would be... Well, you saw one of them
But things are different now.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought...
I am the butler. I've always been willing to take on any kind of...
Thank you for all of that, Malus.
Let me think. When I announced orders, if the vendors didn't... After several rounds, the first is...
Huh?
Yes, surprise. Thanks to his... There's someone else like him, too. Marcel.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild. In the beginning, they were a...
So, they're like...
Yes, it's a bit...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities. Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most. It's almost too...
If you want to invent...
Of course.
You're too kind. And before I forget, proving boss after that incident, if it might help...
Aw, thank you so...
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to...
It is settled, then. Please excuse me, and enjoy...
Thank you for arranging...
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Oh,
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mora and support.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques?
You don't understand at all.
I didn't know how to fake... I know. Only the full...
I'm sorry. On the matter regarding my
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe...
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me he had many regrets. So when he tried to be a...
They found out about...
Papa didn't say that.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized I don't know that for sure. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Khaled, even if he...
But Mama, Papa always...
Well,
Yeah,
then you should hold on to, regardless of whether he... Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is...
You really think so? That's...
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Florence should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that...
It also after my partner, can you do me a favor?
After that, it's my first reaction, but when I got...
So you also...
Indeed. Reason being, but according to about the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
At least from our perspective, the gun he was holding...
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But hold on. He didn't even want to face... Did he lose all faith?
About that, I'll tell you
I understand. And if I may just say many people have but it was Mr. No matter what...
Don't worry. You and all our other... Hey, Thierry! It's...
Oh!
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure there isn't a...
I mean, Callus did a fantastic... It would be next to impossible. Anyway.
Yes. These 2 are my partners. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny...
If you want to go through the original...
That'd be much appreciated.
Of course. Without... Why do you ask?
Well, So... if you
If I had to make an analogy... When you order a dish, the chef will make it. If you try to removing a sear... So I can promise you, they're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or...
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, well, thank you. Jokes aside, I'll be staying in the...
Hello. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Mark.
Sure. I will let him...
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are...
Oh, it's all right. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes, I've...
Oh!
That's right. I also witnessed your marvelous... To beat the Hydro Archon...
Oh,
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation.
Uncle Marcel...
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh,
We were attacked on Arrhenius by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also... If not for the
Oh, you're giving us too much...
Alas. But rest assured, if anyone dares to lay their hands on you,
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go into hiding. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me. The confrerie was then I heard the sound of a gun.
Oh, it's okay. No need.
Sounds good. Just let all my wealth comes from Callus's patronage.
We've talked to all three.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
Anyway.
But where should we start? Ah, you're right.
According to Jacques...
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point.
Huh. So, what would make more sense from his perspective? Makes sense. Besides Jacques, it's obvious.
Do you think...
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Florent? It is true, but... Spina...
So you're saying...
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to... Thierry, you say? But...
Yeah. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out what...
Uncle Marcel? And with funds from the still really... Also, wouldn't... Who could it be? You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. When he laid out his case for the three, the rationale he gave me made a lot of sense as well. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight. Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes, we need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking for you.
Huh? Aren't you...
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartak.
What? Is that...
Yeah!
Well,
Wait,
that's what I thought was strange. If the charge...
Right.
Yeah.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean?